Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video in a brand new episode. And on the channel today we're going to be talking about succession planting and doing a little bit of succession planting as well. So that's i.e. sowing, and we've got some Brussels and our tomato suckers that we picked from a long time ago. They've started to come up. We've got one truss on one of our tomato suckers. So we're gonna be planting. I think 2 of our Brussels are ready to go out. The other one's still a little bit small. And so the idea with the spaces that we get left over is that, with the spaces that we've got and with the 2 that we take out, we're going to be sowing maybe some so we've got some packets here, and basically we've got spinach, we've got carrot, we've got spring onion and radish. Radish is really good if you it's a really quick grow, so if you put it next to a brassica, which will take quite a long time to grow. So when it's about this tall, when your brassica is about this tall, you'll be harvesting radish, and basically then you get harvest of veg, but also they're not competing for nutrients. We might plant a little bit more beetroot, but I'm probably not going to sow all of these on camera. I've already sowed a few off. So basically the idea of succession planting is basically you can get up to 3 harvests out of one area. You'll need to keep the soil nice, and you'll need to put nutrition into the soil, and you can do this either way. When you're watering, you can add some soil feed. So we're gonna be harvesting some turnips soon, because we're gonna have a stew soon. I know it seems a bit ridiculous when we're still it still can be quite hot, and we're gonna have a stew. It seems a bit ridiculous, but that's because we're gonna be harvesting some turnip, and there's like 2 turnips, maybe even 3, that can be harvested, and the leaves are getting quite big, so that will unearth a lot of space that we can then put some of our seeds in, and a few other things. And ideally we would have been planting sooner than we are, because it's getting closer to where we do a lot of harvesting, and we do really big harvests, because we need to harvest quite a lot of lettuce at some point, because that's all starting to go, so that will alleviate a lot of space. So ideally we'd have stuff ready to go. We'd be sowing in modules, which we are doing now, but they're probably not going to be ready in time to then to be able to then fill in that space as soon as we get it. Yeah. So if you weren't aware, we planted some Brussels a good while back, and then now, so this one's probably the biggest one. If I actually put it up straight, it's probably the biggest one that we've got. And there's a little one at the back here that's quite small, so that one isn't going to go out today, because I'm not too sure whether it would survive. Although we have been hardening it off, I'm not sure it would survive. So we might not put that one out. But I'm using something called, I think it's called like a pencil method or something, but I'm using it with this stick. But we're going to be planting some spinach, and basically I'm going to be putting 2 in a module. So I'm just using the pencil method. I'm just creating a hole. Got some seed in my hand, so I'm just going to start putting them into the holes that I created. So we normally use something called a square foot gardening method, and it tells you how much you can sow in a square. With spinach, it's 9 per square foot. So we're only planting 6, and this is just because we need to fill in some of our gaps that we have, or when we get them, we need to fill in the gaps that we have. So we pre-watered this compost, and this basically just means that when we come to get the Brussels out, it'll just be easier to get them out. And it also means we won't have to water in the seeds, because we'd have already done that. So we're doing spring onions next, and I've already started to do a few. These are 48 per square foot. I think 48 per square foot. So we're planting 4 in a module. So as I said, I've already started to put some in. So another thing that you can do with succession sowing is you can plant a lot of things, like so you can plant beetroot, and that's what we're gonna do now. Well, we're not gonna we're gonna sow beetroot, not plant beetroot. But so basically you can have 9 beetroot per foot. So with beetroot you can just plant them straight into the ground at this time of year, but we've had better succession with planting them into modules and then putting them into the greenhouse. But it is warm enough now, so we can leave them outside, but we are just gonna put them into modules first. So I think we're on to here. It's a bit hard because we run out of labels. So I just have to remember where I've put them. So I'm just gonna cover over as I go. So we're gonna be harvesting some lettuce. We're gonna be harvesting 2 bits of lettuce, like 2 whole heads of lettuce, and that will be for our lunch today. And then straight away after we're gonna be putting some Brussels sprouts in, and we might have sowed the Brussels sprouts too late to be able to harvest for winter and Christmas. Well, it's a bit of an experiment. So I'm just going to sort of go around the lettuce and tease it out. As that. So I'm now going to shake all the soil back into the hole. So I'm just trying to break the root off right now. Now that we've pulled out our 2 lettuce, so we've probably been harvesting these for about a couple months now. We've just been picking the outer leaves. But we'll probably do a really big harvest of lettuce, and that lettuce will be used in our lunch today. But so we've got 2 Brussels here that have actually we multi-sowed it, so we put 2 in one, and both of them have come through. So this is the benefit of sowing them in modules and then putting them into the greenhouse. That is the benefit. So that one can go there, and I'll just recover up the hole, and that one can go there, and the same again. Right, so obviously these 2 probably aren't ready yet, so so we'll do a little bit and they'll stay for a little bit longer. But let's move on to doing one of our tomatoes. So at the end, once we've done all of it, we're gonna water everything that we've put into the ground. Basically, so I pulled out our tomato, and my dad's already pre-dug a hole, and you can actually smell the roots, and it actually smells a bit tomatoey. I'm not too over keen on tomatoes, so although it is something I'm looking forward to trying, maybe it tastes better because it's homegrown. But once the other ones are ready to go, and once we've got space for them, really, we'll put the rest of them in. But I'm just going to step over here and without sitting on the brackets, I'm just going to put this one in here, cover it over. So we've already got a tomato, and it's over there, it's already caned, and it's got quite a few trusses on. So this one hopefully will do the same, but I guess just time will tell. So basically the next thing we're gonna be sowing is radish, and it's quite a quick grow. We're sowing this directly into the ground, and we're not planting a lot because we're not big lovers of radish. And the garlic's a really slow grower. We're actually really surprised that this much has actually come through. So we've got like 4 drills, and basically this is where I'm going to put the 4 radishes. Just sow some radishes, and I'm just putting a little I'm just spacing them apart, and then I'll Put on there. So, but as I said, radishes are great fillers and they're really good for succession sowing. So the summary or moral of this video is fill the gaps when you have them. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as always, don't forget to slam that notification bell so you're notified when I upload my brand new videos. And below my lettuces, there are 2 videos. One is the last Friday now update that we did. So last Friday, and the other one is the first part of the big plant out weekend. So they were under my lettuces, but I'm off to lunch now with my 2 lettuces, so I will catch you all in the next video. Hopefully I'm a little bit less hungry. Bye guys.